Hello, and welcome to day 5 of our 7 phases of love. Today, I'm going to talk about bonding with your partner and what are some ways that you can do some true deep bonding. It's a good time to take a pulse, like a health checkup for your relationship. How well are you doing? Is communication good? Are you spending quality time with each other? So here are some ways that you can, really bond with your partner and connect on a deeper level. Um, One is to create a couple tradition. This can be really, really fun. I know couples who are not crazy about the Super Bowl, so every year they put on their own thing for during Super Bowl season. So they'll get some board games or play video games, invite friends over, split up into teams, and then just have a lot of fun. Making a day of it. They get all the same junk food that goes along with Super Bowl, but without the Super Bowl. Also, you can maybe take a holiday that maybe normally nobody celebrates, like Arbor Day, and make it your own little special holiday. Take the day off, maybe dress in jeans and flannels, go out for breakfast and have pancakes, and plant a tree. And then, you can maybe do that every year and go back and take a picture and watch your tree grow and, give it a name if you want, take pictures, make a little album. It's just, something fun and quirky, fun thing to do. And it's just a good way to bond, and it's something that's uniquely yours that no one else does. So, number 2, couple therapy. So, maybe you don't, maybe everything's great and, communication's great and, you're spending time. It's still good to maybe check in. Not everybody needs to see a therapist when things are bad. There are couples that go to a therapist just to kind of get, a checkup and learn some new communication skills or some ways to, you know, handle problems that come up that maybe are creative and out of the box and things that maybe they didn't think of. So it's another way to really kind of help have someone help you to find new and creative ways to bond and keep your relationship healthy, keep the communication healthy, and just check in with each other and make sure that your needs are being met. And a therapist, or life coach can help you do that. Number 3, take turns spending a day doing something that your partner absolutely loves to do. For example, like your partner, maybe they love going to the beach, and maybe you're not crazy about it. Maybe you don't like the sand, and maybe you don't like how it stinks, but you kind of put that aside, and you go to the day, you spend the day because you know that it's really important for your partner. It shows a willingness to really, put yourself aside and do something that you know is really important to your partner, that your partner loves. So, maybe one day you do something, it doesn't have to be all the time. Maybe it's once a month where you choose a day where, you get to choose maybe a movie or a restaurant or an activity, and your partner just goes along with it. And that's a really good way to really kind of strengthen the bond between you two, to spend some quality time, knowing too that each of your needs are being met too. So, number 4, walk down a memory lane with each other. So maybe, if you've been together for a while and you have, some memorabilia, maybe some pictures, maybe some souvenirs of trips that you've made, maybe take those out, blow the dust off them, and just, spend a day or an afternoon Just sitting down and looking and remembering all the wonderful, great times that you had, and talk to each other about what was your favorite thing that happened, or what was the favorite part in this trip, or what do you remember about this day. So it's really important to you know pause and take a break and look back at some really memorable, happy times. There may be a time where you went camping and it rained the whole time, and maybe it was, during that time it was miserable, but now you can look back and laugh at it, and just realize that, it was actually a fun time, and it wasn't so crazy and hectic as you maybe thought of it. So, number 6, volunteer for a cause that means something really important to both of you. So, maybe, for example, you both love dogs, and dogs are really important to you, and you care about the safety about dogs, and maybe you want to go down and volunteer at an animal shelter on the weekends or every other Saturday, or on your days off, and maybe go out and walk some dogs, or bathe them or care for them. Or maybe it's you care about the environment, so you maybe go down to the beach, after 4th of July, you go down to the beach for the weekend, or and help pick up all that trash, or something like that, something that matters to both of you. That's a way to kind of, and do something together. It's a way to kind of bond over something that is really, really important for the both of you. And it doesn't have to be done, every single weekend. It can be done, you can do it once in a while, once a month, but just make sure that you set aside time to give back to the community too. Number 7, have a real date night. I've seen a lot of couples, that's like, okay, every Friday's date night, but it becomes more like a routine. And then it becomes like a chore. I don't know if you guys seen that movie, Date Night, with Tina Fey and Stephen Carell, but it's really funny. Date night becomes more like a chore to them. So make sure that it's not, you're not going to the same place and having the same meal every time. Make sure that it's not something that's becoming routine. Try to mix it up a little. If need be, it doesn't have to be every single week. The point of date night is to connect and spend some time outside your home, where there's no distractions of TV or phones. It's just really about connection. So it doesn't have to be going out to eat. You can go for a hike or go for a walk. Make a little. My husband and I used to get up on Saturdays and we would walk down and get a coffee, go get the paper, and come home, and we'd read the funnies together, or we'd read some, crazy personal ads, and that was just a time to just kind of connect. It was our special time. So date night doesn't have to be night, and it doesn't have to be, in a restaurant or movies. It can be something, different. Think out of the box. And that's it for today. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.